Hey guys, what's up? This is Dingo Crikey here with another commentary video. This time I'm going to be doing it on Transformers 5. If you guys are interested in more news and discussion on Transformers 5, or general Transformers discussion topics, or the Transformers 4 Age of Extinction toy line, please check out my playlist and channel where I also have a number of Transformers stop motion videos, some of which are previewed here. But anyways, this time I'm going to be doing a viewer requested topic by Mozem Productions, or Muhammad, and the topic is going to be, will the Dinobots have a bigger role in Transformers 5? Before I go any farther in this video, I want to already apologize for some of the noise in the background. As a Transformers nerd, I record some of these videos in my basement unless I'm on my laptop or using my camera, so this time the dryer's running in the background. Just try to overlook that, and I apologize for it in advance. Anyways, as for the topic, I thought it was a pretty good one because obviously the Dinobots were the big hype of Transformers 4. Yet they didn't really seem to get that much screen time, showing up for only about the last half hour of the movie. And with that in mind, and obviously TF5 supposedly in the works, we gotta wonder what is going to be the Dinobots' role in the next film. I mean, I don't think it's too much of a stretch at all to say that they probably will be in TF5. I mean, yeah, they've forgotten about characters in the past, such as Skids and Mudflap, Barricade in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and then of course Sideswipe in Transformers 4, unless we're supposed to assume he was killed between Dark of the Moon and Age of Extinction. But I don't think the Dinobots are characters they're just going to forget about. I mean, for one thing, they're, really popular characters, even though they didn't have much personality in the film. They're the Dinobots, so people love them. Kids are really into them, older fans like them. And I think they're just too exciting and too cool to, just get rid of for the next movie. It really wouldn't make sense for them to do that. There's still so much that can be done with their characters. With saying that, I do think they need to do something with them. Look at it this way, they no longer have the novelty of just being the Dinobots. Transformers 4, we didn't have to really learn anything about them. They didn't have to do a whole lot other than be giant dinosaurs that transformed and smashed stuff and bit Decepticons in half. It was all cool. But they aren't going to have that novelty anymore. TF5, for one thing, is going to be their second appearance, and also it's going to be 2 years afterwards, so all the hype of the Dinobots is probably going to be toned down by then. With that out of the way, do I think the Dinobots are going to have a major role in Transformers 5? Probably not. I do think they'll have a bigger role than they had in Transformers 4, and probably more screen time, but I really don't think they're going to, be main characters in the film. And I'm mainly making that prediction just based on what we've seen in the past 4 movies. Outside of maybe Optimus, Sentinel, Lockdown, and Bumblebee, and even them, none of the Transformers have really had, huge main character roles in the movies, especially ones who were once supporting characters. And I don't see them doing that for the Dinobots. I think their role will be something more comparable to the idea of, we'll see them more. We'll probably see them a lot sooner in the film, unless the film starts out with Optimus's story. But I'm guessing it's probably going to start out on Earth, and we'll probably see the Dinobots. I'm guessing Grimlock will have developed a speech ability by then. We'll probably see something like that. Maybe the other ones, slight speech abilities, but I think it's mainly going to be Grimlock, and I think he's going to have the biggest role out of any of them. Have all his typical me Grimlock lines. He'll probably argue with the other Autobots a little bit. Whoever is leading the Autobots, whether it's Rodimus, Bumblebee, Hound, etc., he'll probably challenge their leadership, but eventually things will be resolved. I think if the Autobots are still having problems with certain human characters, the Dinobots will definitely come to their defense, and ultimately I think they'll play a big part in a lot of the action scenes, at the climax of the movie, or depending on whether or not Galvatron gets the Predacons. They'll mainly be used for big, exciting action sequences, and probably at least one of them will die in the film. That's just what I'm predicting. But I'm not seeing them having huge roles in the films. Yes, probably bigger than Transformers 4, a little bit more character development, but, not huge roles. They'll have a lot of cool action scenes, but I think that's going to be about the extent of it, just because of what I can see of the last 4 films. None of the Transformer characters have, like, huge roles, especially characters like the Dinobots. Now, personally, I would really, really like to see them expand a lot on the whole concept of the Dinobots. Maybe bring in Snarl and Slog, that'd be really cool. Maybe even some new Dinobot characters. I'd like to see them take some concepts from G1, such as, Wheeljack being the original builder of the Dinobots, at least I think he was. Bring in a character who's more like Wheeljack rather than Q in Dark of the Moon, and have him, kind of work with the Dinobots, maybe give him some more advanced upgrades, or try to, and the Dinobots don't like that. I think that would be pretty cool, and also for them to play off of some of the new concepts they introduced in the movies, like, the Knights, and, what the Dinobots' real role is as these Knights, and how Optimus might fit into there, and, why Lockdown had them captured. A lot of stuff like that I would really like to see it expanded on. Introduce Grimlock as a really dumb, diminutive character you don't think much of, but you kind of find out throughout the film he's actually a lot smarter than he appears. I think if they were going to go that direction, Transformers 5 could turn out to be a really cool movie. I mean, it still is going to be like the other Transformer films, but they could probably do some really cool stuff with it if they develop the Dinobot characters in that way. I mean, if some of my predictions are kind of correct and they take a little bit off of the original 5 Faces of Darkness story from Generation 1, I would like to see some of Grimlock's role also mirror his role in that series of episodes. Like you had Grimlock and Rodimus, looking over the remnants of the Decepticons being led by Cyclonus and, all that kind of stuff. And then Grimlock started causing trouble and the Decepticons find out where they are. Maybe have Bumblebee kind of take the place of Rodimus in that situation, and they're watching on Galvatron's new Decepticons, and Grimlock stirs up trouble and gets into a big battle. I think a scene like that could be really fun, and I could kind of see them doing that in the films. But, yeah, that's basically my thoughts. I think there's a lot of really, really good things they could do, but I don't know how much they're actually going to go off of in the film. I mean, like I said, it doesn't seem to be in Michael Bay or the other people who create the movie's nature to really develop characters like the Dinobots. Also, you do got to take into account that it is a bit different than something like Animated or Generation 1, where the Dinobots were more on the scale of the rest of the Transformers. They're so much bigger than the rest of them, it is going to be a little bit hard for them to interact with the rest of them, so we'll see how they handle that. Also, they're going to have some new concepts to introduce in this movie. Obviously, Galvatron's going to be up to something, probably with Cyclonus and the Sweeps, or characters comparable to that. We're going to have a story with the creators. There's talks that Lockdown might return, but I don't know how much legitimacy there are to those claims. So, I mean, they're going to have so much other stuff to deal with. Obviously, there's going to be stuff going on with the humans, too. I just don't know how much development the Dinobots are really going to get, and I wouldn't get too excited about anything. Except for the fact that I'm pretty sure if they are actually in TF5, then there will be a lot of really, really cool action sequences with the Dinobots. I'm sure Michael Bay will make good use of them, in that aspect at least. Anyways, that's my general thoughts on it. You guys can leave what you think in the comment section below. What do you think the Dinobots' role will be in Transformers 5? Do you think they'll actually be able to speak like the other Transformers do? Do you think they'll actually have some character development? And also, do you want the Dinobots to have a bigger role in Transformers 5? Maybe you want them to be pushed to the side because you're not big fans of their actual personalities, and you would prefer to see newer characters, possibly like the Quintessons, Rodimus, and Ultra Magnus, get a little bit more time. Or maybe you're really excited about what the new human characters are going to be like, since they're going to be in there anyways. Anyways, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, along with any topic suggestions you might have on Transformers 5, TF4 Age of Extinction toys, general Transformers discussion topics, etc. Anything you could think of, and I'll take a look at it. Also, if you have any stop motion videos you'd like me to see, you could leave that in the comment section as well. And that's about it for this video. Check out my previous commentary videos if you haven't seen them already, and also check out my Transformers stop motion videos. More commentary videos to come, and Transformers stop motion videos sometime in the future. Have a good one, guys, and stay tuned.